The day of reckoning for Joaquin El Chapo Guzman came in a hushed US courtroom. But this was the moment 3 years earlier when the career of one of the world's infamous drug barons was finally brought to an end. Mexican special forces raiding his hideout after months on the run. El Chapo, his nickname, means shorty, but there was nothing small about El Chapo's criminal empire. The now convicted head of the Sinaloa cartel, which smuggled billions of dollars worth of illegal drugs into the United States. The American authorities finally secured his extradition in 2017. Prosecutors who've spent a decade building a case against him celebrated the verdicts.
It is a sentence from which there is no escape and no return. This conviction is a victory for the American people, who has suffered so long and so much, while Guzman made billions pouring poison over our southern border.
His legal team had argued El Chapo had been scapegoated and was not the real cartel leader.
Look, we judge him differently than you judge him. We judge him differently than society judges him. We judge him differently than the government judges him. We judge him how he is with us. And the guy has always been a gentleman. He's always been supportive. He's always been happy and appreciative of all of our efforts.
But the defense admitted afterwards there had been an avalanche of evidence against their client. El Chapo's legal team were able to muster very little in the way of defense. They called just one witness, his testimony lasting about 30 minutes, whereas in contrast, the prosecution overwhelmingly brought evidence from 56 witnesses testifying against El Chapo with testimonies that lasted more than 200 hours. During the 10-week trial, the jury heard how he kidnapped, tortured and murdered his rivals. Witnesses claim he bribed officials at every level of Mexican society, including the former president Peña Nieto, who denies receiving $100 million from the cartel. Mexican security experts predict he could be the last of a line of drug lords.
Will people want to become the next Chapo? Maybe, but in a sense, that era, the era where you could make huge fortunes with drug trafficking easily, with relatively little risk, that is gone. That era is gone. It is very difficult to survive in the current environment.
The reign of the kingpin El Chapo Guzman has come to an end. He's expected to get life in prison when he's sentenced in June. Nick Harper, TRT World, New York.